everyone. Welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for another edition of YBMcast. Not a lot of hoopla today. I'm kind of here again by myself. We've got everybody everywhere. Matt Shadow is down in Hoover, Alabama with his Midland team, his 17U national team, playing in the Perfect Game 17U National Championships. Justin is down there with him doing some work on some social media, some video. Check that out on if you get a chance on their Facebook page, Midland Baseball, or even their Instagram. I think it's at Midland Baseball. See what's going on there. Follow what they're doing. Good luck down there, Matt. I think I remember they lost a tough one yesterday, 5-3. So they're playing this morning. And I think they got one other today as well. So good luck, guys. Keep swinging the bats. Kevin Mulder, he with PBR usually on with us. He's at an event, a makeup event. Holiday weekend, everybody's kind of out. So, I'm here, I'm working it. And just thought, and then today, I was hoping last night that we would get an opportunity. Game 7's World Series starting. They had their skills competition scheduled. Of course, it rained like crazy, so we don't have that. And hey, you know what? We're doing good. Hey, that happens. It's baseball. So I kind of was like, let's talk a little apple pie. What do you say? It is 4th of July weekend. It is Independence Day. I know there's a lot of things going on in our country, and I'm not going to wax eloquent or try and be political. That's not me. I just don't. I would much rather talk about Jesus Christ. I'd much rather talk about my faith and who I am in those types of situations. We've got a deal coming up that we're very excited about, a little partnering with St. Louis Youth Sports Outreach. Billy Mayhall reached out, and you've seen the flyers. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. I talked a little bit about it on the show Tuesday. Supporting our police, supporting those officers who go out every day protecting our cities, our homes, helping with those types of things. And I think we need to show some support to those guys. Whatever side, you're on this, that. We recently did a show, and I was talking about AA, AAA, what defines players. And, we're always talking about who we're blaming, this person to blame, that person to blame. Why don't we want to find solutions? I'm that way with everything in my own business, in my own life. I want a solution to something. This is why I believe in Jesus. This is why I believe in these things. This is why I believe that we should find a solution to issues, not say, well, they're the problem, so we just eliminate that. And I don't think that's the case. I think we need to work together to find a solution to something. And as we were talking about baseball players and how we define that, how do we get together? I was talking with Mitch Thomas about this in discussing how do we define AA, AAA players? Where's that process start? Do we have a committee? He was talking about hockey has a committee that sets players. Is it going to be perfect in the sense of, is everybody's opinion always right? No. Can we leave politics out of it? Can we leave our emotions out of it? That's a hard thing for us to do and look at something very objectively. I think that's going to be a difficult process as we move forward with these things. But it's something I want to tackle as Youth Baseball Midwest, because I think it's something that needs to happen. I'm hoping to get Kevin Mulder on the show and discuss this type of thought process and see how does it flow into what he's doing with Prep Baseball Report. How does that flow into that perfect game, that next recruiting model situation? Do players have maybe a little higher expectation of their own abilities And have they worked hard enough? What has this created in that scenario as we move forward? Has it given kids maybe a false sense of their ability and where they might be going collegiately? And looking at schools, are we talking education enough? Are we talking about what do you want to do with your life? What is exciting for you moving forward? And how do you want that to go? Are you going to school? And if you're going to school and you may not, I think this is a very realistic thought process. There are not a lot of these kids that will continue to play baseball into the professional ranks. That's just statistics. The NC2A, whether you like I have my doubts about the NC2A, but one of the things they're correct about is that one commercial, many of these student athletes will go on to be professionals in something other than the sport. And that's very real. But we always talk about life lessons. And as we're looking at, our Independence Day coming up, what are the life lessons that we're teaching our kids? Where are we at with this? And one of the things that Youth Baseball Midwest and the things that I believe in, I want it to be is something that is thoughtful. I want it to engage the conversation. No yelling matches. It's not about arguments. It's not about this. We all have an opinion about something, but how do we have the adult conversation to come up with a solution that says this is something we can try to move forward and work with and to better the community around us? I think that's always important, is bettering the community around us so that we have a community that's solid, that is looking out for each other, that's taking care of each other, that we're when our children go off to these places of education, that they come back in a manner that's befitting a community and wants to be a part of the community and help the community and be an asset to the community. We have a lot of things going on, as I said, back and forth, whatever side of the aisle, but, having these conversations and talking about it, and even talking about it just from a youth baseball position. Parents aren't the problem. Umpires aren't the problem. Clubs aren't the problem. These things are not problems. It's just who we are. It's what we do with it and how we conduct ourselves within those structures that makes the difference. We're going to come up with a weekend here, and hopefully, it's supposed to be, the weather's supposed to be gorgeous and nice, and I know everybody will be out barbecuing, enjoying their families, having a good time, shooting off the fireworks. It's always a good time, and remembering that we are in a country, that we have a place that allows us to enjoy our families, the opportunities to be successful, to be a person, to think, to bring conversation, to have an opinion, to talk about something without retribution. I think that's something that we need to really think about as we move forward. When we talk about these things, and when you're talking about youth baseball, I hope that when you're on the other side of the lens here, and you're watching and listening to what I'm saying, please, I'm not trying to make anybody upset, or I'm just bringing about something that I think about and want to open the conversation, would love to have an open conversation as an adult, not yelling and screaming and those types of things. And we're seeing enough of that. We're seeing enough yelling and screaming. We need to talk as adults and bring a quick, I equate it to this, and I always think about these things. And it's the same thing, and I hope this conversation can come about when we're talking about these things within youth baseball, and that everybody can stay calm. It's not about we're in the sandbox or on the playground in elementary school and, I'm just going to take my ball and leave. That can't happen anymore. I mean, that shouldn't be the case. It's not about taking your ball and leave. It's about staying in the conversation and coming to solutions about how we move forward with what youth sports has become. It's here. It's what it is. And we hope to be a part of that conversation long term. We hope that, we can create better opportunities moving forward to help our communities grow and come together and work together. I think those are important things. Finding solutions and not creating more problems. That's what it should be about. That's where my faith lies, within who I am as a believer in Jesus Christ. And I hope that everybody has a great weekend. Enjoy your families, folks. Have some fun. Just enjoy. If you're out playing baseball, we're going to hopefully, the rain stays away and we'll be out at the Game 7 World Series in whatever form that becomes. And we're looking forward to some baseball this weekend, and then enjoying our family time together and, shoot off some fireworks. That'd be fun. So everybody, thanks for tuning in for this holiday, for this Independence Day edition of Youth Baseball Midwest. We hope you have a great weekend of baseball. Remember, you pitchers, throw strikes, and you hitters, hit them where they ain't. And everybody, have a great weekend in the Lord, and we will see you next time.